Good Thursday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and this is your outlook for December 18th, 2014. We're going to have a partly sunny day across the region, a few flurries possible across the far northern areas here as this area low pressure that was affecting us earlier is now exiting to the northeast here and out of our region here. We're still going to have some effects between this area low pressure that's sitting here, high pressure moving in from the Ohio Valley. There's going to be a squeeze play between the two with pressure, and you can see that with the isolated, or the isobars here, I should say, that are not too terribly on top of each other here, but they are close enough that will create some winds out of the northwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 30 miles per hour during the day here on Thursday. But once this pulls away and high pressure moves in, we're looking at Friday clearing out just nicely. Here's the high pressure now sitting over the Ohio Valley. Of course, this low pressure system is nowhere to be found at this point. And with it sitting in this position here, you can see the isobars are very far apart. So we're going to have very light winds here that we're dealing with here on Friday under mostly sunny skies. Should be a pretty nice day, just on a little chilly side here on Friday. Now, the storm system we are looking at that could possibly affect us this weekend here has really been sheared apart with the latest model guidance here, and we had a big storm showing in the models way out in the long range. This is exactly why we don't start talking about it on the main Facebook page here, at least. Until we are a little more certain that this is going to happen. So if we start panicking about something we see over a week away, and it gets brought to our attention because somebody else is talking about it, that we're forced to talk about it, and we're not ready to. And this is exactly a good case in point of why we don't do that. And this storm that was shown to be a big snowstorm here this Saturday and Sunday, we were kind of leery about it a little bit, and then lo and behold, looks like this storm is going to miss here. There's a very outside chance that this thing comes back somehow, but I wouldn't bank on that. It's probably a 1 in 20 chance of this thing happening here. But this is our system here, sliding off the southeastern U.S. coastline near Georgia, and is going to head right out to sea and then not affect us whatsoever. There was also some trailing northern stream energy that was modeled to bring us some light snow as it moved in here, but that has, you see, it's nowhere here, nowhere to be found, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any trailing energy diving in here. So no snow looking at this weekend. There is an opportunity, maybe for a few flurries or something like that if that northern stream energy does kick up enough. But really not looking at anything at all this weekend. So it should be good for their last weekend of holiday shopping prior to the holiday next Thursday. So if you have to get some last-minute shopping in, it should be a good weekend and will not interrupt that, we don't think. The next thing we're going to be watching here is on Monday, or late Monday night into Tuesday here. The European model is doing the same thing the GFS is doing here on its latest run, developing an area low pressure to our southeast. It would bring us rain, and this would be definitely rain here we're looking at in the Monday night, Tuesday time frame. It's just too warm. And if this did clip us here with some rain here, it would be in that time frame of Monday night into Tuesday. And then I think Tuesday is going to be one of those days where you just have like an isolated shower left over here. You can see that shown here on the GFS. This is for Tuesday afternoon. The next thing we're going to be watching is this system here up in the Great Lakes here. Now, the evolution of this system, obviously, being over a week away, has different solutions between the European model and the GFS here. Here's an area low pressure here. And GFS is actually showing a redevelopment of a secondary low, but it's sitting right about here, not offshore. So this kind of travels right over Pennsylvania and up into upstate New York, as this takes over as the primary low pressure system right here. And I'm going to show you this going forward here of what this does on the GFS. Here's your area low pressure up in the Great Lakes. You start getting some redevelopment down here. You see it right here? And we go a little bit further here, and you're seeing a transfer of energy from one to the other. This is still the primary at 986. This is a secondary starting to develop 994. But we are in the rain here because we are in a warm sectored area of this precipitation here. And then we go a little bit further, one more frame. Pretty much transfer energy just about occurred here, but we have some cold air diving in behind it, changing this rain over to snow at the very end. The date of the time frame on the GFS of what this is occurring is Christmas Eve afternoon. So, or actually Christmas Eve morning. This is looking like, so this is actually the 24th in the morning. and the system is pulling away here. The European model is doing something a lot different. Is taking a very strong system up like this, right through the Great Lakes, and just bombing it out up here. So with no redevelopment. So there's a couple different solutions to this of what's going to happen on Christmas Eve. I think this is a Christmas Eve event here. There's obviously some timing differences between the GFS and the European model, but you can see this system just pulls up in New England, and here one thing's for certain behind this: we're going to get remarkably colder as we get behind this system after Christmas. So I think we're going to get into a true winter pattern. We are looking at the late last week of the month of December for this pattern change, and I think this could be a pattern changing type storm, which propels us into January with a colder than normal temperatures and a true winter pattern going forward. So if we do get a little bit of rain here on the Christmas Eve holiday, or right before the holiday here, as is looking at right now, don't fret, you will have your snow. It's just the beginning of winter. We have plenty of time to go. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for December 18th, 2014. Have a great Thursday.